And we're live in 3, 2.
Hello, my food lovers, foodie friends. This is Samira Hradsky. And today we are going to be cooking together, making a rose petal sauce that goes over a beautiful piece of filet of beef, what Americans refer to as filet mignon. But filet mignon is really the filet of pork. If you are in France, don't say filet mignon, say the filet de boeuf, which is filet of pork. But this is filet of beef. Filet de boeuf is filet of beef, and filet mignon is the filet of pork. Today we're doing filet of beef, which is the filet mignon that we call it here, topped with a rose petal. For the rose petal sauce, we need rose petals. And these, you can order them from any Middle Eastern store or Amazon. And then we need 1/3 cup of olive oil. We have organic olive oil here. We need the juice of some lemon. We need the zest. I already took the zest of the lemon. So we have the zest of the lemon and 1 clove of garlic. And we need orange blossom water, also Amazon. And then organic white wine vinegar or red wine vinegar or apple cider vinegar or champagne vinegar, whatever vinegar you have in the house or in your place. So it's really very easy. What we do is we need to soak those rose petals with the oil. Make it easier for yourself. When you get the rose petals, you just put them in a jar with olive oil. This is olive oil and the rose petals. So what I'm gonna do is get a bowl, and then we leave that here. This is the rose petal, and we're gonna put the olive oil, okay, and then we're gonna get excuse me. Oh, smells so nice. The smell of the rose petals. Oh, yummy. Good. And then we're just gonna add the zest of the lemon. Okay. And then the garlic. Either you put it in your garlic press or with your microplane. I like to grate my garlic with the microplane because it makes it like a paste, or if you have a mortar and pestle you can do that, but I like to do it with this because it's really easy and it makes it like a paste. Okay, so this is the garlic, the lemon zest. Okay, here we are. I am visiting my son in LA, and so I'm in there in my son and his wife's kitchen, which is okay, but it's not as, I'm not as comfortable as I would be in my own kitchen.
Let's cut.
All right, we just want to just do this to mash a little bit the rose petals here, and then we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of my orange blossom water. Okay, and then we're gonna add a couple of tablespoons. It's okay, we'll get that later. A couple of tablespoons of the vinegar, the organic white wine vinegar. Just 2 spoons is 2 tablespoons would be enough. I usually make it without measuring, but for the sake of this class. And then we need some lemon juice. I think half the juice of half a lemon. Let's see how many tablespoons, so you guys will have. All right, this is 1 tablespoon. Let's take that. Take the pits out of here, the seeds. Okay, yeah, about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. That should be enough. Okay. Yeah, I would say 2 tablespoons of lemon juice would be more than enough. And you make sure you mix it really well. Then that's our sauce. We'll just add a little bit salt according to your taste. You can have a quarter teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of salt, between a quarter and a half a teaspoon of salt. We'll add to it, mix it well together, and then let it sit so all those flavors will blend together and macerate. So let's go and cook my beef. I just put my broccolini in here with some water, let it boil just to cook it a little bit. I like my vegetables to be crunchy. I don't like them to be overcooked where they're mushy. So while that's done, I just put a couple of tablespoons of olive oil in my pan on a high heat, and I'm going to cook the fillet of beef. Remember, it's filet de boeuf, not filet mignon. Okay, this is fillet of beef, very lean pieces. So now my oil is, it's sizzling, so I'll put it in. Actually, 1 tablespoon of olive oil would have been even enough. And you just cook it for 2 minutes on each side. You don't want to overcook it and make it like rubber. You want it to be a little bit red in the inside. So I don't mind the heat, so I use my hands, but don't do that at home, okay? Okay, now the broccolini here, it boiled, and I let it boil for 2 minutes. So I'm gonna turn it off, let it sit in that boiling water for another 2 minutes, and then I'll take the water away and I'll add a little bit of olive oil and lemon juice on it and some salt. And this has been almost 2 minutes, so I'm gonna turn it to see it's a little brown, not too much. It's splashing all over the plate. So let's do this a little bit so I don't have oil splash. Anyway, it's like cream, so just do this. This is like hand cream, so you can have nice smooth hands. Anyway, okay, so yoo-hoo. Okay, let's take this paper out and take them out of the pan. There, that's about 2 minutes on each side. Done. Take them into the plate out of this pan. And then let's prepare our plate. So let's take these out of the water. I'm just gonna put them in the pan here because I want to put a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of the lemon juice. So olive oil, and let me get the salt and a little salt. I'm just doing this so I can show you the plate, and then I'll take care of the rest. Okay, and a little bit of lemon juice. I put some olive oil. Now we're gonna do the plate. So here is the piece of fillet and a couple of these. And then if you want potatoes, you can have like mashed potatoes, you can have French fries, you can have little baby potatoes, whatever you want. And this is my sauce. And now we're just going to put So what I made is enough for 4 servings. And then you have the little bit of the juice with the lemon. And this is your plate. Bon appetit.